Hey everybody, Agent of Doubt here, world's worst SJW, it's ramble time, yada yada. This is a question that I just got an hour ago in my comments section on one of my videos, and I know that I haven't made a lot of content this month. I've got a lot of irons in the fire, just haven't pulled the trigger on actually producing anything. And this is one where I'm going to actually take one of these irons out of the fire and just toss it out. I'm not going to make this video, right? Like, I'm making this video instead of that video. And to be more specific, I was going to make a video whereby I would show you all why I find Twitter X now to be unusable for me, right? And the problem with doing that is that I was going to show my feed randomly, like just kick it up, throw the browser window up, and live, just like, you know, set it on live and go through, OBS and just have a camera on me, webcam, and then my browser, and just show you all what my X feed looks like, right? And what I've come to realize is that I can't do that because it is sometimes X-rated. Sometimes it has misinformation on it that if you just show that misinformation here on YouTube, you will just put yourself out there in order to be vulnerable to getting a strike on your account. You know, it's sometimes the opinions expressed in my feed are so vile that just by me commenting on those opinions, I could lose my channel. Like, if I'm going to lose my channel, I want to lose it for my own opinions, you know, not being mistaken as like promoting somebody else's horrible viewpoints. So I can't just put a raw feed of my X feed up on YouTube to show everybody how horrible it is for me to look at the feed on X. Right? So, not going to make that video, but I did get a question from Teglin on one of my videos, and Teglin asks, can you talk a little bit more about why you abandoned Twitter? I was following you there. I think what I left as my message on my Twitter channel, my X channel, is enough. Just, you know, basically saying, fuck Elon Musk, I don't want him to make money off of my content, so I deleted all my content off of Twitter. But I realize that that's still a way that some people might try to find me, and I have a whole bunch of conversations and DMs that are like historical to me, so like I keep that there, but my Twitter feed is nothing. I have no tweets. So the reason why I did that is basically the politics of Elon Musk and not wanting to give him any money. That it's as simple as that. Like, you can boycott things and you can vote with your money. If you feel like that's not something that you want to support, then you don't have to support it anymore. You know, and so I left that platform as much as I could without being, you know, handicapping myself from being able to get a tweet at me, or what do they call it, X, a post adding me, or like somebody trying to reach me personally who can't on YouTube, because YouTube no longer has direct messaging capabilities anymore, because it realized that it's just a can of worms that they didn't need to have when there were all these other platforms that people could easily use. And then those platforms start to get bought up by the likes of Elon Musk, and I don't think that they would have made that same decision in 2025 that they did years ago to remove direct messaging from YouTube as a platform. I still hate that I lost a whole bunch of the history of my direct messaging from YouTube when they made that decision to just delete everyone's inboxes of messages, and that sucks. But this is what happened that made me have to give up on X at all. Like, I don't look at that ever unless somebody sends me a direct message. After Elon Musk bought Twitter and then changed the name to X, he got rid of all of the people who had been verified. And I'm okay with that part, because it really was like the Wild Wild West when Twitter first began, and people that I ran into as videographers who had very little following were able to get verified early on. And then it became something where it was a status symbol, and you had to be verified only through this process that would favor anyone who had, high view counts and follower counts, and you couldn't just get verified if you were a nobody, as it were. And so I saw a whole bunch of people who were more nobody than me who had verified accounts because they were verified from back in the day, and then I couldn't get verified myself. I'd actually applied to it way, way back in the day. And having over 10,000 followers on Twitter, I think at the peak I had like 16,000. I couldn't get verified when I applied for it because I was late to that game. And then it was all about celebrities only getting the checks. So when Elon Musk comes along and buys out the company, he decides to try to make a buck by getting rid of everyone's old verifications that were very picky and only gave celebrities their verified status during a certain period. And so he leveled the playing field and made it so that now you have to pay to get your verified mark. And it was like a subscription. And I decided for myself, well, it's great that all that other, that other form of verifying just got wiped clean so that we could start again. That part I didn't have a problem with. But giving Elon Musk money in a subscription fashion. One, I don't like Elon Musk's politics, and knew so at the time. And two, I just don't like how everything is turning into a subscription model for everything, because at the end of the year, you end up spending way more money for software that you used to just buy once. And now they kind of nickel and dime you with all these subscriptions. And so I find going to the subscription model at all, be it X or like Adobe. I fucking hate Adobe for doing it, right? I'm not going to buy into those subscriptions. I'm going to find another way, right? I don't like it. So I wasn't going to give Elon any money, so I wasn't going to get that verified check mark, right? Here's where the big problem comes into play. He makes the algorithm such that if you have a verified check mark, you will show up in people's feeds even if they're not following you. So when I open X, in order to just look at the people who I am friends with, who I am following, and who I would like to see in my feed, I see none of the people in my feed, because people who I am friends with also don't like Elon Musk's politics. And so they also do not pay for the blue check mark. Now, I'm not going to show you directly what my feed looks like, because if I did just bring up a browser, there are things that I would lose my channel over if I showed you, just by opening X raw. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I got X right there on my phone. I'm just going to hit it. If it's okay to show to the screen, I will. First, there's Fairy Megan, who I don't know who that is, who her comment is whiteness studies. And says, whiteness studies professor says white people who treat all races equally are dangerous. And, like, this is not something that I'm interested in. Somebody, like, right off the bat, the first thing I see on X. Question. So this person named Kira, who is also verified checkmark, right? Has this thing. Actor Adam Goldberg calls out Friends for its unrealistic lack of diversity. Right? This culture war, race war stuff is all these people with the blue check mark. Right? By the way, I blocked Elon Musk on his own platform X. I went to his account and like unfollow, block. Don't want to see anything from this account. Blocked it. I still have to see his shit in my feed. Blocking him does nothing for me. I don't know about for you, but like the people who you block and you don't want to see in your feed, you shouldn't have to see in your feed. Next is, let's see, the Vigilant Fox. Never followed this guy. More women die giving birth in America than any other developed country. No one wants to talk about why. Apparently he thinks laying on your back makes labor longer, more painful, and more dangerous. And he's talking about some drug about... and just talking about this drug, in analyzing the misinformation, I could be mistaken as being somebody who's promoting the misinformation, because someone will flag as if you are promoting the misinformation that you're addressing, just because they don't like you here on YouTube. So I don't show this kind of stuff, but I will show that, like, that guy had a blue check mark. That's why he's in my feed. Next one. It's more shit from him. Let's see. Giga Based Dad. Anyone with the name Based is not somebody who I was following, right? World's worst SJW, worst at it, right? Like, no. I did not click follow on this dude, but I gotta see him in the feed all the time, right? GPA with again, a verified mark. It says, Rob Schneider ending Pride Month. He went there, but he's not lying. Ha ha ha. Like, and it's just a joke from Rob Schneider about ending Pride Month. Because that's where we're at as a society now. Non-aesthetic things, blue check mark. Dudes posting their ... check mark. Stu, that's all you got? Check mark. Gage Harrison, check mark. Defiant L's, check mark. And this one says Michelle Obama dancing on stage with Bruce Springsteen. And Obama's like, how cool's my wife? And, just... It's like the Libs of TikTok account, only like just different names for it over and over again in my feed. This is not the things that I followed, all right? It's just shitposting conservative account after shitposting conservative account. I'm not saying that there aren't points to be made from the perspective of conservatism. I'm saying the shit that I'm watching is like extreme alt-right shit. And it's everybody who bought a check mark on the alt-right is in my feed. Even though that's not even the theme of what I would have signed up for. Let's see. Charlie Kirk. Yeah, no, I don't follow that fucker. But he's got a post about a judge who signed the search warrant for Mar-a-Lago. Dr. Malouf. Just talking about how Britain now has horrible laws because they have some leftist tendencies in them. Let's see. Nature is amazing. Blue check mark. It's just like a Joey being born out of a kangaroo. I don't know if that would get my account flagged, but it's not anything I was watching. But they get in front of me because they have the blue check mark. This is a very military aligned channel. Tony blue check mark. It just has a Marine Corps in Times Square marching. And yeah, patriotic masturbation. Not something that I signed up for when I got on Twitter. Like, my feed is nothing that I would want to see. I have to go to each individual person that I ever followed and look at their feed, and might not even see it then if I wanted to use this. Basically, it's taken my recommendations and my subscriptions and just thrown them out the window, and anybody who paid Elon Musk to be able to get their content in front of my eyes gets to. And I don't like their leanings. Ted fucking Nugent posting about AOC. Why would I ever want to see anything that Ted Nugent says? This one has it's called C-Dub, and it's got a blue check mark, and it's Tim Walz preparing to run for president, and it's just some fat guy practicing kung fu in a funny way, but you don't really make out who it really is, but he's got to make it political and funny, I guess. Terrible blue check mark. Wide Awake Media blue check mark. Let's see. Kira blue check mark. Rooster, Leviathan blue check mark. Will, none of this. I didn't follow any of this. None of it. And all of it, every third thing that I see here is something that could run afoul of YouTube terms of service, so I can't do the video that I would want to show you what my feed looks like. But this is why I don't use Twitter anymore. I don't use X anymore, because it is unusable to me. People that I want to follow will not pay Elon Musk 1 red cent, because we don't like his politics, we don't like what he's done to America, we don't like his affiliations, and so we're not going to support him. I think that's enough of it. So that iron, now out of the fire, I can concentrate on the rest of them. Thank you, Teglin, for your question. But if you were looking for anyone watching this video, if you were looking for someone who is very lefty to admit to having been owned all the way the fuck off of X because he can't stand the platform because of all the content shift that happened there, here I am. I can't use that platform anymore because it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. And it's the changes that Elon Musk made to it that made it terrible.